Sharon Stone slams director Sam Raimi 29 years after starring in and producing his 1995 Western movie. 1995 was a big year for Stone, both as an actor and producer. On the performing side, the star garnered her only career Oscar nomination for playing Ginger McKenna in Martin Scorsese's Casino. Behind the camera, Stone acted as producer on one of the year's quirkier movies, an action-packed Western directed by Raimi starring her alongside Gene Hackman, Russell Crowe, and Leonardo DiCaprio. The Quick and the Dead gave Stone her first producing credit while giving Raimi's career a boost, but Stone says Raimi didn't do right by her after the film was finished, accusing the filmmaker of being disloyal. Stone had occasion to discuss her offbeat Western while presenting the movie at the Torino Film Festival, and when it came to Raimi, she didn't hold back. Stone slammed her one-time director, while heaping praise on Casino director Scorsese, via IndieWire. What this means for The Quick and the Dead's legacy. The movie didn't make much of an impression when it was released. Sharon Stone walking in the desert in The Quick and the Dead. The Quick and the Dead isn't the first film that comes to mind when considering Stone or Raimi's filmography. The frenetic, oddball Western about a quick-draw contest between a motley collection of gunslingers, including Stone's vengeance-seeking Ellen, is mostly notable for its cast, which boasts the legendary Hackman alongside then-newcomers Crowe and DiCaprio. Critics were divided on the movie, as reflected in its 58% fresh rating on Rotten Tomatoes. The film was also a failure at the box office, grossing just $18 million on a reported $32 million budget. Stone recently presented The Quick and the Dead at a film festival, which means the movie still has a following today, but its overall legacy is rather minor. Though it undoubtedly bears Raimi's directorial stamp, it doesn't feel like one of the filmmaker's essential works. Its significance in Raimi's career is as a stepping stone from low-budget movies like The Evil Dead to the bigger-budget films he would make later, including the first Spider-Man trilogy. For Stone, the film represented a chance to produce, but her performance in it is not among her most memorable. Our take on Stone's Raimi remarks. Comparing anyone to Scorsese is a little unfair. Sam Raimi sitting with a cigarette in his mouth in Intruder. Stone takes credit for giving Raimi a great opportunity on The Quick and the Dead, and slams him for not returning the favor by hiring her for one of his later big studio movies. Stone's characterization of Raimi makes him look ungrateful and, even worse in Stone's eyes, disloyal. As a contrast to Raimi, Stone holds up her Casino director Scorsese as an example of a collaborator who shows true loyalty and friendship. Stone's story doesn't reflect well on Raimi, even if he was young at the time The Quick and the Dead was made. All the same, it's somewhat unfair for her to compare Raimi to Scorsese. Few filmmakers are going to look good alongside Scorsese, who commands huge respect and admiration in the movie world. Ultimately, Stone's remarks don't help or hurt Raimi. The director's side of the story would nonetheless be interesting to hear, even if it's been nearly 30 years since he worked with Stone.